All good.
It is. Up now. So mute your shit.
I have.
Alright. Cool.
Oh, there he is. Cool.
Live chat enabled. Jack retweeted this shit. That's awesome. I hope he joins in. That'd be awesome.
Who did? Sorry?
Jack.
Devil Jack.
Devil Jack.
Well, Johnny, have you decided if you're going to Connecticut and me?
He's gonna fucking kill you. He's gonna kill you.
Good. Let him kill me.
I'm just gonna say here and now. Because we had this problem in the past last time. If the fucking chat. Actually, let me test this.
Yeah.
Never mind. Terrence! I recognize that name change. What's going on, Terrence? Hello, Evil. And Ty. It's our son. Our son is here.
Ola. Which one's our son?
Ty. Called us mom and dad.
Oh, yes. We've got so many children. It's hard to keep up.
I've always wanted an Aussie child. Is that weird to say?
Going, Ty?
If it is, who cares? I don't give a fuck.
Nah, it's not weird. How you going, Ty? How you going, man? How you going, Terrence?
How you going, everybody?
How you going, Satire?
Let's just do that. Emily, welcome.
Emily, how you going? Oh, we always see you on Twitter and stuff like that, but never actually had a chance to see you live. So
yes, indeed. Actually,
big, massive horror supporter there. We appreciate you, Emily.
I think. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, no, yeah. There are obviously going to be newcomers here. I'm going to let you guys know ahead of time. You will be disappointed in this live stream. So, don't expect any. It's like fucking 10:20 in the morning where I am. So no, there will not be any drinking. I have shit to do afterwards. So this live stream won't be long. Just gonna let you guys know ahead of time. But if you didn't already know that from the tweet, then you're a fucking idiot.
But everyone here can read, so I mean, you know, that's not a problem.
Can they though? Can they? We don't know this. What is this?
What is this?
What is this?
What is this reading? But no, I appreciate you guys being here. It's awesome that you guys are coming to hang out early in the morning.
Because basically, like, I have to. It's gonna make me look. Maybe this either will sound completely okay, so, or it's like, wow, that's badass. I have tattoo appointments to make. All right, which is why this live stream's not going to be that long. Okay, I have to make tattoo appointments, plural, for me and this Aussie bloke over here who will hopefully get inked the fuck up when he's in Boston with me. So, Ty, how dare you give a shit about anybody else's well-being? How is everyone's day and night?
Yeah, but he's not learning that well. We're trying to raise him to be a, raise him, well, it's tough and everything like that.
We're trying to raise him to be a sociopath so he doesn't give a shit. He has to focus on him. He has to get a law degree. He has to get a good job. He has to take care of us when we're old. How's he going to do that if he cares about anybody else? You know what? I'll forgive you this time, son. But consider this your fourth warning.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, Jesus. He's learning. At least he's a quick learner. He gets it from his father. You raised the mill. Oh, you're
what about you, Ty? How is everyone going? And Ty, what are you up to right now?
What did I just say?
Well, that was a valid question.
I guess never mind. We're the adults in this, so I guess he can ironically ask how you guys are doing without actually giving a shit. Gaming. Ugh.
What
Here's an ironic question. Or it's a question said ironically. What game are you playing, Ty?
I bet you I can tell you. Actually, I can tell you.
Take a guess.
I'll let him.
Never mind.
Yeah. He's been playing that a fair bit.
Emily is working and she's still in this live stream. Emily, I have to say that is some impressive commitment right there. I appreciate that.
Oh, I missed that comment. Did she just send that?
She just sent it right now. Do you have live chat enabled? Probably not.
Yes. No, I do. Rainbow 6 is the last message I got. Okay, let me refresh. YouTube.
Yeah, just refresh the chat. Or just basically click down on live chat again. Basically.
That's awesome, Emily, that you're part of the stream, and
I like that dedication. Working. She's just like, fuck work. I'm watching. I would rather listen to these two idiots talk about absolutely nothing. See, I'm not much of a gamer. Gamers themselves, I admire the fact that they can actually do that. And by that, I mean actually play the game without having a panic attack. I literally feel like it's life or death when I'm playing a game because there's that much pressure that I put on myself. It could be any game. It doesn't even have to be like anything on PC or console, nothing. It doesn't have to be anything like that. I could be playing solitaire. Solitaire. And I'm just like, if I fuck this up, my life is over.
I think Minesweeper was always the one that got me.
Oh my god, that was so that game gave me such anxiety.
Yeah. I think me too. I was like, oh god, I don't want to blow up. I don't. It's like it's nothing.
It's like
just
a bit of computer programming. It's like those movies where it's always in every fucking. I swear to God, people really need to be more creative when they come up with the scripts for these fucking things. Those movies where it's always an action movie. Anytime that there's like a bomb about to go off,
yeah,
they always have to figure out which fucking wire to snip, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what Minesweeper is like to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say the exact same thing before you even.
Really?
Yeah. And that's what I don't get. It's like cutting a wire. It's like, oh god, And this is the thing, right? The game when I do play a game, right? The games I do like are the ones where you can just fuck around, free world sort of thing. Like okay, look, the reason why I like GTA is because I don't play the missions.
That is the absolute fuck around game.
Yeah, because the pressure's off. You just go around, you run hose over, and whatever.
That's the point of the game, is to fuck around.
Yeah, but that's why they have such a free world thing. But then you come, like you actually have missions, and I'm like, oh, I hate games like that. Like Fortnite, you can't just fuck around when it was out. You had to actually like compete. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like that.
I remember this one. I guess you would call it a game, but I remember being at a friend's house and they had this game that you could just it was like a free downloadable thing on PS3, something like that. This is back in the old days. Before I still have my PS3. I'm not as cool as you kids with your PS4s and your Xbox Ones. I still have all the OGs. But there was one game I remember. I played it, I suppose. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was just called Flower. Now, before you go, why the fuck would 4-1 be playing a game called Flower, of all things? Basically what it was is you just kind of like controlled with the joysticks just around this field, and the graphics was so awesomely done, and every pedal that you collected, it would make music. So basically you were just making music, and it was like, oh, this is actually therapy. But then it got real dark real quick.
Oh, okay, go on. Yeah.
It was like the first 3 levels were like, oh, this is beautiful. This is going to be, oh, the strangest is here. What's up, strangest? They're so devoted to.
Okay.
I'm almost thinking about making them a mod on our channel too, just because they're here all the fucking time. They've got an amazing track record as well. But I hope you guys are doing well, strangers. Thanks for joining us. We're not talking about anything in particular for like the next hour, which we should probably pay attention to the time. When did we go live?
I think 10 past, 15 past.
All right, so another 45 minutes from now, we'll probably fuck off. But the first 3 levels of that game, I just remember being like, this is the best, and it was actually like reinstilling my faith that games didn't have to be so like, oh, this pressure on you now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Any game that has like a timer too. Like I don't know if you guys like remember way back in the day. I'm sure most of you were way too young to remember this game, but there was a game called Clockwork Knights for Sega Saturn, and that game was all stress. It's Clockwork Knights. What do you think is going to be implemented in that game? A fucking timer, so you have things to do within a certain amount of time, and it was. Fun as it was, that's probably what started the anxiety. But after level like 4 of playing Flower, because I felt like Mozart. I was like, oh, look at this. I'm playing music. All I have to do is just like roam around this field and stuff, and you could go any way you wanted, as far as you wanted. It was awesome. But then like after like when it gets to like the 4th level, for some reason, it just started getting to be like, I noticed that the scenery was changing a little, and I was like, oh, looks a little cloudy today. It's kind of weird. You get a little gloomy. And so you would collect petals and stuff, and you would keep doing, make music and all that kind of stuff. But then level 5 was when shit really fucking hit the fan. Not only was it at night, but it was raining. And I was like, fuck, what the hell happened? This is so not the beautiful, peaceful scenery that I had experienced in level 1, where there's birds chirping and the sun is out, but it's not glaring in your face. And I feel safe as an Irish woman, like, that kind of feeling. No, all of a sudden, I feel threatened. There's a threat around every corner. I don't know what to do. There's like an objective now, like you have to catch certain petals within a certain allotted amount of time, and if you don't, then your music sounds like garbage, and I didn't want that. So the last level of the game was something out of this fucking world. Like, it was like, I'm not even joking. The scenery, you were no longer in a field. You were in post-apocalyptic scenario. I was like, what happened to this game? What happened?
Okay.
Who hurt
you? I had a very similar experience only recently, I think last year, right? Now, in terms of gaming, before we go there, let me just double check. So Emily says, Minesweeper was always so stressful when I was a kid. Yep, she relates.
Word.
Ty says, he's trying to go pro on Siege, and I can't wait to get Anthem. I'm guessing they're Rainbow Six games. Satire says, I like bombs with collapsible circuits. Well, that's that's always fun.
Don't say that out loud. We're gonna get flagged on YouTube. The FBI is gonna be knocking on my door any second. Don't you dare swat me, you motherfuckers.
Strangers say, greatest alternative to going outside, and those are the best types of streams. I appreciate it, man.
Yes.
We'll see how we go. We might, it might be good fun.
The fuck it streams. Fuck it. Let's just go. Let's just fucking make a live stream.
Excuse me. And Satire says, I've never played a Sega system, but I love my NES and PS1. Well, I've still got my Sega. I never had a Saturn, but I've got a Mega Drive, and it still works. I actually just found
it. Is that what you just called it?
Sega, yeah.
Sega.
Well, we call it Sega here, but it's Sega. I know it's Sega. But
you're going to be American soon, so...
yeah, but you don't want me to lose my accent, so,
I know, but that's not an accent. That's pronunciation. You can still say Sega in an Australian accent. It'll be fine. We just have to get you on the tomato, potato, banana situation. It's not tomato. It's not potato. It's not banana.
But it is banana. See how
It's
Aussie you
not.
sounded when you said that?
Nope. It sounded
Yes, it
dumb
is.
when I said it.
No. That's not dumb. It sounded
It
actually
sounded
Aussie.
fucking stupid.
You're saying Aussie sound dumb?
I'm saying English. Old English sounds dumb.
We're not old English.
Well, you talk like them, so you're still
What?
saying banana. You want to
That's
be
just how
American? Say banana. It is
what?
banana. Banana.
All right. So the experience I had with the game was what was it? It was called A Tale of Two Brothers. Now I
Ooh,
can't
that
remember
sounds
who
familiar.
made it. Yeah, it does. It does. Like, PewDiePie did a playthrough. What's it called? Like a walkthrough, right?
Mhm.
A few years ago when it came out. Now it's on Steam. I bought it for bugger all, and my brother and I were playing a game together. Now the idea is it's a multiplayer game, right? You have to play it with someone else. You're one brother, and someone else the other brother. Now you have to share the same Xbox controller. One controls one joystick, which is one brother, and the other one controls the other joystick, which is the other brother. And you have to work together so it stays within frame, and you have to progress throughout the game to help you
That's
sit down.
insane. That sounds fucking
Now,
insane.
Now, yes, it is. Hello. I was sitting
The
outside
crow has flown in.
looking at a crow which was flying away. Now I was sitting. No, I'm kidding. How you going, man? It's nice to see you.
Finally,
Um,
you come to the stream.
But so we're playing this game, right?
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make Crow a mod on my channel too.
Yeah, because Johnny never does his job. Yeah. Anyway, so and okay, this game is really interesting, right? It's got a lot of like orchestra type. It had Scandinavian feel to it, right? And it had like a nice orchestra type backing track to it. It was really, really intense. Like you really got drawn into it. A lot of high, some high flying things. It started off really simple. It started off you're going through villages and all that kind of stuff, overcoming small obstacles and stuff. And then eventually, as you found your, like your paths to where you needed to go, God, it started to turn really bloody grim.
Yeah.
It was like, what happened was, right? First of all, the first grim scene was there's a dude about to hang himself.
Oh, first
And
of all, I already like it. I already like where this is going. So keep going.
Because you know why? His house burnt down. So you can't help him at the end of the day, right? He hangs himself from a tree. We replayed the game again and we were able to save him, but he was sitting there. He was just a mess, and you can't do much with him after that. So the first time we fucked up, and I wasn't able to save him, and whatever. He hung himself. But you actually look at the scene as to why he hung himself. You can actually see a dead woman and a dead child under sheets. The house burnt down, so he obviously was so fucking gone. Now, we thought this was a kid's game.
What? Wow.
I thought this was a kid's game. I quickly learned after that scene. Now, your kid, you probably go, oh, this is a really good game. You play the first couple of levels, and you're like, oh, you know what? If you didn't check the rating, mind you. Say you got it through Steam, you didn't check the rating. If you did that, you'd be like, oh, I'll let my kid play this. I'll play it with my kid. This looks like a good, nice, easy game, like Pandemonium or whatever like that, right, for a Nintendo 64. So I would play, or a PS4, sorry, a PS2. So you're playing it, and then you're like, okay, that's the first red flag. And you're like, okay, well, hopefully there's other kind of things to come. And then you're walking through the night, and you're getting, you're getting chased by killer wolves, and you have to keep them away with the lantern. It's like, oh, okay, this is getting darker and grimmer and slower when it's dark and everything. You're like, it's getting grimmer and grimmer. Then you basically come to towards, basically, it looks like there were giants. There's giants on this planet, right?
Whoa, you hear this dogfight outside?
Sorry, say again?
Can you hear this dogfight outside?
What, at your place?
Yeah.
No, is it rolling again? Is it fucking rolling? Is Rowan in a fight?
Rowan. No, these are two dogs on the street, like outside my house, like on the front of my house. Rowan's just a dummy. Rowan's a bitch. I fucking hate Rowan. But go on, I'm sorry.
No, you're right. So it was a pretty crazy game. Then there was these giants, all that kind of stuff, and apparently there's like this race. Like these giants have killed each other. Like think of Roman gladiators. Now these are giants like 50 times the size of the main player characters that you're playing. They're all dead. There's bloody arms that have been sliced up with big hammers. Arrows that have gone through eyes, all sorts of things, and you have to use like parts of those arrows and cut off arms and stuff to help you progress through this course. So it was a really grim experience. And then they had this blood sort of sacrifice thing going on where you have to pretend to be their god in order to save a woman who then turns out to be a spider and kills you at the end, kills the brother at the end. What the fuck? This whole game was just fucking crazy. And I just see PewDiePie. He was just like, it was like a weird emotional attachment. You quickly learned it was an adult game, but it was a really nice game. It's actually pretty grim, but that was a really, it started off really nice, like, oh, nice animated, a nice feels, very sunny day. And it turned into be this killer mental freaking game. Right, it was called A Tale of Two Brothers. It was like a multiplayer game that my brother and I played, and we thought it was a kid's game. And then we gave it a go, and it was like, oh, it's not bad. Let's keep going. And it turned out to be a really grim, crazy adult game. So that was what gave me anxiety. Because
I will say this, though, now that you have mentioned PewDiePie or Felix, because I just refuse to call him by his YouTube name, so whatever. Regardless of how you feel about Felix, whether you like him or you hate him, I find so much entertainment in when he plays indie games, specifically horror games that have. Now, I think we can all agree we're all in the horror community. I think the general consensus is that we can agree that jump scares are cheap as fuck and they're not actual jump scares. It's a flinch. Anybody would flinch, you know, when somebody does a jump scare and they go, "Ha, got you." It's just like, no, you didn't. You're just an asshole because you just made me flinch. That's like if I snapped my fingers really close to your fucking eyes.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look at that. You were scared.
Gotcha. Made you blink. It's like, fucking, that's dumb. However, I will say that as much as I despise jump scares, it is hilarious to watch Felix freak the fuck out when he plays these indie games that have jump scares in them. They are fucking amazing. I can't remember. Fuck. I'd have to go through a very long history list to find. I think if you search PewDiePie like scariest game ever or something. Actually, you know what? Let me find it right, because I need to know what the name of the game is. If any of you guys feel like fucking downloading it, whatever. One of them I think is called Boogeyman, and I could also be wrong about that as well, but bear with me.
I think Boogeyman, I think is one, yeah. Well, I was going to say Blake actually. So Blake did a couple of live streams. I think probably last year. He played a bit of Slender Man, the game, and he played it. Played over a couple of weeks, or 3-4 weeks. I only caught the couple main ones, right?
Sophie's Curse.
I remember
Sophie's Curse is what he. I'll write it in the thing.
Oh, nice. Sophie's Curse. Oh, so anyway, let's just go back. Hey, Spades of Death, welcome. I think it's the first time we've had you on the stream, I think.
Perhaps. If so, welcome. Because I know I was in your live stream, well, whenever you did it. I'm not sure when that was. It was
a couple of weeks ago, yeah.
It wasn't today, so in the past. Yeah. Sometime in the past when you did your live stream, I was in there for a little bit. I don't know if he's ever been to any of mine, but glad you're here. Welcome. We're not talking about anything in particular, so be prepared to be bored out of your fucking mind. Go on, listen. Sorry.
Merritt, welcome. Nice to see you again.
Merritt! Welcome again. Always nice to see you.
Yeah, so that was a pretty great. So Crow says hang on, I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything in the chat. Hey Dustin, how you going? Sorry, man, I didn't I got mixed between you and Crow because I saw Crow send like 50 lines of writing. And then I missed your comments in the in between. So how you going, Dustin?
Shit, I wrote on the road. And he sounds like an old man.
What's that?
Jesus Christ. Oh fuck.
He needs a game to. So Crow needs a game to pee his pants.
Yeah. I gave one to him. So I gave everybody. Hey.
Well, Sophie's Curse is apparently if PewDiePie reckons it's pretty creepy, then yeah, it's good. Like it. By the numbers, how you going, man? Congratulations on the 800.
Welcome. What am I doing? There are buttons to be pressed. Okay, good. I got it. We're all good people.
Crow says he doesn't need a game to pee his pants.
No, it was funnier the way I said it.
Hello, everybody. It's Mr. Ramsey. Mr. Ramsey has arrived, my good friend and best friend.
Ramsey, what is going on? I almost called him
the first time we've had Mr. Ramsey on the stream.
What?
What?
Would you just fucking say to me?
I said it's the first time we've had Mr. Ramsey on a stream.
Nuh-uh. I think he was here before.
Maybe
Maybe the first time on my stream. Maybe he was on yours. I'm not sure. But I do recall that. Who knows? At this point, I'm like I'm like sleepwalking, daydreaming. Apparently, I don't even know if I should go into this, but apparently, like
Do it.
You already know
She's very creative.
Story.
She's very creative when she's she's asleep. Put it that way.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck happens when I'm asleep, but apparently I have developed sleepwalking issues, and now I do sleep construction. So I woke up. I distinctly remember, like, I have my room set up a certain way, and I like order. I don't like a lot of chaos. So next to where I sleep, which I usually crash on this couch / futon / bed, you know, right next to it is a slanted wall. And what I did was, you know, those like little sticky, that like 3mm tape things that you stick hooks onto and you can do whatever you want, right? Well, I had 3 going down in an angle so that I could like put my headphones, like different types of headphones on them, so that everything was out of place and, you know, in order. Well, prior to this, I do remember distinctly going to sleep and seeing that set up the way it was. Now, before I tell you this, I should also tell you this. I have a CO2 powered pellet rifle that shoots like 12 rounds with it. It's like, I don't know, like 12 or 1,300 feet per second, and it's pointed lead. So if it doesn't kill you, it will send you to the fucking ICU. Now, that used to always be propped up sort of like next to my bed / bureau, and so that it wouldn't always fall, because it has a scope on it, and the scope is pretty heavy and makes it tip over. The next morning, I fucking wake up, and I see that I no longer have the middle hook in place. In substitution of that, what is now there is a nail. And I'm not talking like a little fucking nail, like, oh, I'm going to hang up this pretty picture. This is an industrial fucking size nail, people. It's huge.
It's pretty big. Yeah.
It's like 2 inches long, and I don't even know how fucking thick it is. I don't know how I got in my fucking wall. But
not without making noise, yeah.
Yeah, well, I was apparently fucking asleep, and if I'm doing that while I'm asleep, I guess I can't. Perhaps you can wake yourself up. I did not. So there's a nail there instead of the hook, and what's propped against it is my rifle. Apparently, I had enough incentive during my sleep to understand that this rifle was going to sway one way or another, and it's acting as sort of like a catch. Now I'm thinking, where the fuck did the other hook go? And I look behind me, and the nail that used to be there holding up a different pair of headphones has now been replaced with that other hook holding up a pair of Bluetooth headphones. And I'm like, how the fuck did I do all of this in my sleep? You have to remember, I have to have gotten up, gone under my bed, gotten a hammer, because who besides me wouldn't just have a hammer underneath their fucking bed? Or a bone saw on top of their bureau right next to their bed, sure. I would have had to have gotten up, grabbed the hammer, removed the nail from behind me, taken off the tape from the other side of the wall, nailed the nail, readjusted the hook on the other side, taken all of the other fucking headphones and put them under my bed, which I later found out where they were, because I figure if I'm going to be underneath my bed to get a hammer, why not get some fucking put some headphones underneath there for storage as well. Propped up the fucking rifle against that for, I don't know, maybe to be closer to it while I sleep in the place that I sleep the most. I don't know. And then put the headphones that I used to use just as Bluetooth over behind me. Now, the kicker was, I'm thinking, okay, if I had enough incentive to do that, I wonder where the ammo is. Now, I also noticed that right next to the rifle itself, I have like one of those swivel drawers. They're supposed to be like one of those clamps that clamps underneath your desk. And when you swivel it outwards, it acts like as an extra storage compartment where you can put your Post-it notes and stickers and stuff like that. And on the top, there's a flat layer where you can use as a mouse pad. Pretty neat. Awesome. Technology is great. Innovation at its finest. Well, you can take that top part off, and then there's extra storage underneath. Now, that's where I usually keep all like my medications in order and stuff like that. Well, I noticed that some of the medications looked to be in disarray. Not like they were spilling all over the place, but you know, the bottles were not where I would have kept them. So I'm like, okay, I either bumped into this or I meticulously put.
And the cat bowls as well.
I'm sorry?
And the cat bowls as well. Kaiser's bowls.
The cat bowls. Okay, yeah. Okay, so where the rifle is essentially sitting, like on the floor, like my cat's water dish and his food bowl, they were right there. So I've also tilted that 45 degrees to the left so that it's now propped up against another storage compartment. I managed to do that to make clearance for the rifle. Now, the strangest part about this is the fact that I actually took 3 extra clips of ammunition from my drawer next to my bed, which means there's another step. I had to open my fucking drawer, find 3 of those clips and a pack of 5 CO2 tanks and put them inside that compartment. I rearranged things in that compartment so that they're all still in there, but I also have ammunition just in case somebody fucking, burglarizes my house, which I say that sarcastically, even though somebody was tapping on my window probably a week ago. And I went outside with the rifle and fired 2 warning shots just to get them the fuck off my fucking roof, and actually heard them run away. So it wasn't like it was a cat. My cat often will try and scratch at my window to say, hey, let me in, motherfucker. But this was like a tap. This was a legit with fingernails and everything. And I'm just like, even Rob heard him too. Rob heard it too.
Yeah.
I actually have a witness to this. So I'm just like, I'm gonna have to go outside and shoot somebody now. Fuck. So I grabbed my rifle and shone the light, and I just fired 2 warning shots. Like, bitch, I'm fucking armed. And I heard them run off the fucking side of my roof. Now, I don't know, because there's like a little slant that goes out my window, like past my window, where you can actually, it's super easy to get up and into my window, and it's easy for me to get down through my window. It's just one of those little like extra parts of a house that just kind of like screams, rob me, please. But, it's just there. It is what it is. I don't know if that incident had anything to do with me subconsciously being like, I should have my gun closer to me so I don't have to walk 8 steps to my bed and actually grab it and make sure I have all the ammunition right there. Apparently, it's all right here now, like all within order. Like I can just easily, if I fire off 12 shots, I can easily take out that fucking clip, put another one in. If I have to change the CO2 tank, they're all right there. It's like, I'm like blown away by what the fuck I can apparently do in my sleep.
So, hey, Reaper, how you going?
Reaper, welcome.
Crow says, I wish I had a nice cleaver. Is Dustin going or what? I just missed something. Who's leaving? Dustin? Have a good one.
Who needs a cleaver when you have a, what is it? 20, no. I think it's a 28-inch machete. That's part of it is double bladed. So who needs a cleaver when you can have one of those?
Hang on a second. Let's go. Merritt says FW is lethal. Does it spell? Not sure what you mean, Merritt. Sorry, I'm a bit lost. That's
Full
what I said.
warnings, I think. Fuck warnings, rather.
Fuck warnings. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Fuck warnings is lethal. She is lethal. Yes. You don't want to fuck with her. Don't tap on her damn window.
My track record's pretty fucking. The ratio is. There's a 0 on the other side of it. I don't know how many instances I've found myself in, but however many there have been, I've somehow emerged victorious from all of them. Hopefully, okay.
So Cleaver is from the 50s and about 5 pounds. Oh, nice. So it's Crow and Satire talking to each other. Sorry, I beg your pardon, guys. Welcome, Reaper. How you going? Merritt, it's 10:52 p.m. my time, and it's 10:52 a.m. in Boston at the moment.
Yeah, that's the good thing about this daylight savings time bullshit. It's just AM, PM. That's all we have to. That's all we have to worry about now.
Dustin, nice having you here, man. See you soon.
Crow, says, yes. Actually, it happened 3. This is the 3rd time. The 3rd time it happened. I don't think you. Now I know Crow was there once. He was. I. This was before I met you, Rob. This was during the CR incident. CR was there. He heard it, and he was like, "What the fuck, dude?" Because everybody went AFK, and they come back, and they're like, "Where's 4?" And CR is like, "I think she's outside shooting somebody." Because somebody's tapping on her window, and she's on the 2nd floor. So that fucking scared the shit out of me. And yes, Crow, it happened again, and it was strangely enough, it happened at around the same time. It was around 11 o'clock. Yeah.
He even takes daylight savings into consideration. So he goes, well, now previously I used to do this at 10 p.m. right? But now that it's now that we're an hour ahead, let's do it at 11 p.m. when obviously when the time is right.
He's like strapping on his boots, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, fuck, I'm late."
So we theorized possibly this guy could be maybe because there's a local loony bin nearby, right? So we figured he could be a local loony from from nearby. He could be any sort of thing. So, but the thing is, right? He knows exactly when she's there. He picks a particular time.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to get her attention. He's tapping on the window where she sits.
Creepy. Imagine that. Let that soak in for a second. Somebody who is tapping on your window wants you to open the curtains. Why the fuck would they want you to do that? That is creepy as fuck. Because if I were a stalker, I'd kind of try to be on the DL a little bit. If I were doing a B&E, I'd try to be as quiet as possible. What the fuck is going on in this dude's head that he wants me to look at him? I don't know if he has a gun or what. If he thinks like as soon as I open up the curtains, he's got bang, good shot, like right there, because it's like my face is only pressed up against the fucking window. I don't want to fucking see what this dude looks like unless I'm outside and I have a fucking LED fucking torch flashed right in his fucking face before I put 12 rounds of lead in it.
Then this is the thing, Crow. We get you. So I thought that too. Maybe he was just checking it out to see if there's anyone in there. But the fact is, it was the exact same place, the exact same time. Well, timing wise, not the exact same date or anything, but also the fact that he waited. He kept tapping. He waited.
Yeah.
And remember there was I think that on one of those times where you thought that he was back, was this time there was someone creaking coming from the actual roof, your roof itself. So not at the window.
My actual roof.
But actual roof above your head, not outside on the outside the window type thing.
It sounded legitimately like somebody was like, I heard creaking noises, and this house was built in 1942, people. It's not like I can be like, oh, it's settling. No, it's settled. Like, there's no creaky noises that have to happen afterwards. I can understand if there were like high winds and the boards were getting a little bit kind of rattly, but this sounded like footsteps on my fucking roof. Now, here's the craziest part about the time that Rob actually was witness for. There was snow everywhere. This guy didn't even give a fuck that there was snow and ice on a slanted roof.
No fucks were given at all.
Because the first time it happened around August. So clearly, like, muggy ass heat doesn't bother him. Bitter ass cold doesn't bother him. But oh man, like, I'm almost hoping he does it again so that I can catch him, so that I don't have to sit there in panic going, what the fuck was that? I'm literally, the second I hear that fucking tapping, now that I have this rifle within arm's reach, thanks, sleepy me, I'm gonna go outside and shoot this motherfucker. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. And he really won't. He really will not fuck around. Maybe that's why he was on the roof last time, because I fired 2 shots.
Well, the crow, because there was snowing, the footprints were easily covered up, if there were any. And she didn't exactly go out there and look to see.
Here's the thing, though. It was that what's it called?
Hoofprints. Fucking hell. Go on.
Hoofprints. I kind of that would. I mean, I would almost prefer that, to be honest. I'd rather there been a Wendigo in front of my window instead of a crazy dude, because I don't know. At least you kind of know what a Wendigo's intentions are. You don't know what this guy's up to. He wants me to look at him. Why? Why? So he can suck what little soul I have left out of me? I'm a ginger. Like, these souls that I have collected over time, these are mine. He can't take them.
What did you say? You're a ginger?
Yeah.
Is that what you say? Is why? What's the what? Why does that matter?
Look at my icon. Does that look like bleached blonde to you?
I don't understand.
Redhead.
What do you mean?
Redhead.
And?
Ginger.
And?
Copper top.
I understand. You just come. Okay, hang on. You're not giving me anything to work with here.
What
Why?
they're saying is the saying is that gingers have no souls.
Oh, that okay.
And that for every freckle they collect is a soul that they've stolen.
You're just insulting gingers in multiple ways. I'm like, you can insult them all
I
you
am a ginger, so I can.
But no, I'm just saying.
Whatever I want.
I'm just saying, you're just coming up with all these bloody insults. I'm like, no, I'm asking what the correlation. Okay, sorry, go on.
No, that's like an old saying. It's like they tried and say that to just kind of deter us, but I think the gingers were the ones who came back that said every freckle that we have is a soul that we've collected. So
yeah, okay, all right.
So if that's what this crazy fucking stalker man is trying to do, steal the souls that I've collected, he's in for it, because I'm about to gain a freckle, because this dude, it's actually to the point where it's pissing me off now, because like I'm here trying to like talk to Rob, and like I hear tapping and shit, and I'm like, again, really? Okay, Rob, hang on, sweetie, I'll be right back. I just have to go shoot somebody. Like, this is our life. This is my life now. Like, are you kidding?
She's actually like that. She's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I have to go shoot someone now. Be right back. 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me go make sure my cat's inside so he doesn't get, caught in the crossfires. And,
yeah, exactly.
Psycho guy.
Into
out the window. Yeah.
Calm check. I wish Kai had a walkie-talkie and he could actually like respond to me in his little purrs and chirps and shit. And I'm just like, calm check, and he's like, and I'm like, all right,
thanks for coming by, Emily. Appreciate it.
Bye, Emily. It was good to see you. When we have another live stream, hop on in. Everyone's welcome. Our casa, su casa, I guess.
Do you live alone?
I don't live alone. Well, yes and no. My, I guess, sanctuary sort of it acts as a studio apartment. It's the room above my garage. Now, I live with my parents because they're getting old, and my dad has had probably 3 heart attacks in the last 6 to 8 months. My mom, previous to that, had broken both of her bones, and she broke her tibia and fibula in 3 separate spots. And prior to that, she had 2 strokes. So I have to kind of be their designated nurse because I work at a hospital. So I have to kind of, they live like where the garage is attached to, there's like a separate room, then there's a hallway, and then you get to the main house. So I have privacy, all the privacy, but they're still within range of me. It's almost like a townhouse, sort of, that's just kind of like You just open up 2 doors and then boom, you're in your neighbor's house. That's kind of how it feels like throughout the layout of my house. So no, I don't live alone, but my mom is not only a scaredy cat, but she would almost make the situation worse. And that's why I never tell her the shit. Because she's always, why didn't you get the FBI and the CIA and the Department of Energy and Stadies? Why aren't they out of the way right now? My dad, however, is just like, he's still out there. I'm like, I don't know. He's like, let's go fucking find out. And he gets his gun and we go out together. Like, that's my dad. That's my dad. That's why I don't have a problem telling him. He fucking thinks this is fun. He was in the military. He's fucking shot people before. This is nothing to him. He's just adding another kill to his belt. Such a contrast. The contrast between my parents. Dad, no fucks given. Mom, all fucks given. It's like, Mom, you stay out of it. Dad and I will take care of it. No problem. If I tell my brother, he'll bring his shotgun, his 2 9mm, and he'll probably even take his fiance's 22 just for kicks. And he'll give it to Kai, and he'll be like, Kai, if anybody comes through that door, just start kneading on this. Eventually it'll go off because it doesn't have a safety. Shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, that sucks, Merritt. That's really hard.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's heavy. Jesus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I don't... part of me wants to ask how, and part of me doesn't. But, either way, the fact that you're trekking on, good for you. That's strength in and of itself. Because I know people who just haven't been the same after their parents go, or even if their friends go. Like, I went to a fucking funeral last year because one of my friends OD'd. Surprise, surprise. Here, of all places, the red zone. What? An OD? No way. One of his friends that was really, they were close, but not like besties or anything. He still hasn't been the fucking same since. Like, I don't know what the details are on how they necessarily found out. I just know that the kid's parents walked in to him lying dead on his bedroom floor with a fucking needle in his arm. So you don't really need an autopsy for that. You know what the fucking cause of death is.
That sucks. His way to go. Someone I know gassed themselves with the exhaust gas, and he was a twin. But yeah.
Nightmare Files. What's up?
Nightmare
Just
Files.
talking about people in our lives dying. Very, very lighthearted shit.
So Reaper says because the FBI, CIA, EPA, and are more likely to be behind a tapping than to fix a tapping. That's why you never call them.
Whatever.
They're like
Massachusetts.
Yeah.
At least the stadies and local police in Massachusetts, anyway. I can't speak for any other state, but from what I've observed, my dad knows a lot of cops. My brother does too, and not because they're friendly with them.
I guess they're like
they're cool about shit. They don't do that fucking shit.
Oh no, the CIA and all that. They're like Captain Knots, tying knots when anyone needs a knot.
CIA, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I wouldn't put anything past the CIA. Nothing. That's why I'm like, dude, let's not talk about this for too long because they're probably listening in right now. This is like Stranger Things, like times 1,000. And between that, we lost a dog. Oh my God, Merritt!
Yeah, it would be weird without your parents for sure. You're used to them being there your whole life, and they've been there since you're a baby, and then especially to grow up with them for that as many years to have them in your life. It's a really hard thing to.
Did you get a new dog? I hope you have another dog. That's like the best. It almost seems counterintuitive to get another dog after you've lost one because it's like, oh, you're replacing them. No, it's not a replacement thing. What it is it's a comfort thing. You're so used to caring for a pet that you kind of need another one just to fill in that blank space a little bit. That the dog that passes is never going to be replaced.
No.
So I don't like when people fucking think that. That's never what it's like. It's just like every time somebody's dog dies, the first thing that either their parents or their boyfriend, husband, whatever, end up doing is they get them a puppy. And that automatically just makes them feel better. Of course, they miss their other dog. Of course, they're always going to miss their other dog. It's like, you know, one of your best friends. But at least you have something to distract you from that. That's why they get it going, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you know, there's especially rescue dogs, you know, they always need a second chance. You know, so for me, it's rescue dogs, you know.
So now that I'm looking at the time, I'm going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. Get until about 10 minutes, meaning maybe 11:15-ish. We're going to get off because I have tattoo appointments to book. Because unlike the majority of the internet who seem to be punk-ass little fuckboys and bitch-ass cunts, I'm a boss. And I like to get stabbed over and over again until there's art drawn on my whatever for the rest of my life.
That's terrible.
I'm heading off. See you, Ty.
Where are you going? Are you going to bed? Is it past your bedtime? Have you done your homework yet?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to go to bed to do your homework.
Remember floss.
Motherfucker.
Getting that onesie that Grandma bought you because, you know, she knitted it herself. You know how much it means to her.
The Joey one, the kangaroo one. It's got a little pouch.
With the pouch in the front. You know, yeah. I bet you anything you guys have those in abundance.
No,
if you have onesies, like, you guys have to have the little pouches in the front. If I see a onesie in Australia that does not have a pouch in the front, I'm leaving.
Do it. Satire says, I'm going to go get tattoo number 2 next Friday. I don't even know how many I've got.
This will be tattoo number 7 for me. Suck it. No, I'm just kidding. 7, and probably by the time I die, I'll have like 108 more. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I'll have
No, I haven't, and I am in my room with my weed, so if you want to come take a hit, you're welcome. Well, that's very thoughtful, I suppose, and I don't know whether or not I should be mad, upset, you know. Whatever. I'm not a weed smoker. Makes me too paranoid. But, honey, if you are willing to go spend some quality time with your son and toke up, as they say, by all means.
It's funny because I can actually do that. I can actually go down. Night, Ty.
Well, it was in Massachusetts, you can't. It's legal everywhere. State's green. Green light for weed. Recreational weed, not just medical marijuana. They sell it in stores. I'm just saying.
That's awesome.
Like, you go grocery shopping for weed. I feel like
That's
Arabian Kush today. And you grab some, you pay, and leave.
That would be so awesome to be able to do.
I'm not joking. That's what we can do. Yeah.
Crow said, I'd like to get tattoo number 12. And Merritt says, I'm on tattoo number 0. Like, yeah, fair enough.
Some people, I consider getting ink, but I heard you need skin. Well, I will put your curiosity to rest and say you do. But you can also, I mean, you have bones. You can always get the next best thing with which are brandings and carvings. Those last a lifetime. Get them stained, you know. There you go. It'd be weird to see a skeleton with a fucking tattoo. What would you get? More bones. I got a humorous on my humorous.
Get a skull.
Humorous. Fucking tattoos, man. I've seen such babies in that fucking parlor shop. Like, they get like a little butterfly like on their shoulder and they're fucking screaming the whole time. And meanwhile, I'm getting fucking chest tattoo from shoulder to shoulder. I'm just like, so when you opening up your restaurant? You know, I'm just like shooting the shit with my fucking tattoo artist. I'm bleeding all over the fucking place. And then all of a sudden, just this little butterfly. This one lady came in it was her first tattoo and she wanted an entire sleeve. And I'm just like, maybe you should go small first and see if you can actually handle the fucking pain. Because that's what smart people fucking do. She's like, I want it from here all the way down to my wrist. And the tattoo artist was just like, no. He literally was just like, no, not doing that. You like, we're gonna start one thing at a time, something that you can live with. Like we could start at your wrist and kind of go from there, because we need to figure out if you can handle the fucking pain. But I'm not gonna fucking just do the outline for you and then you have an incomplete tattoo for the rest of your life. Fuck that shit. You can take a nap now. Good to see. That's okay. See you, Merritt. It was good to see you here. Always. You're always in our live streams. We always appreciate the support.
Yeah. No, appreciate you, Merritt. And you have a good nap, and
yes,
we'll talk to you
sleep
soon.
deep. Oh my God, I gave my cousin a tattoo on her left shoulder blade. She acted like she was being murdered. I told her, shut the fuck up and hold still. See? Well, to be fair, shoulder blade does kind of suck. But, I mean, at least just kind of grit your teeth. Like, put a towel in between your mouth and just fucking take it. Just fucking take it. Because, you know, I would say the worst pain is after the tattoo. When it's sore and it's itchy and you can't scratch it. That's the worst. Because, like, while it's getting done, it's just like a tiny, like a bee sting.
Yeah, so when it's healing, it's the worst. Yeah.
That is the worst. Yeah. It's like your whole arm is sore. It's like, oh my God, it's hot to the touch because your skin is like, what is this? What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I forgot how hot it gets. Yeah, especially when I got my half sleeve done. I was like, oh my God, the whole arm. The shading was actually worse than the outlines, which makes sense because it's more trauma, I suppose. But
I find it the other way around, because when they use a single needle for the outline. And they use, or at least my tattoo artist uses like a
dickhead.
Yeah, and he just goes to town, and what he does is he starts off light and then he layers it over it, so you barely feel it. It's the outline that sucks for me. I'm just like,
actually funny. Sorry you say that. Shut up, Google. My tattoo artist, what he does, he actually uses a thick needle, right? And he does in one go. He doesn't do any layers. He literally, the black that you see on my arm. He was literally digging that into my arm with a single needle.
Ugh. That's probably why the shading sucked.
So all the black that you see on my arm, the black ink that I've got that's a dark, is all from him. Just one shot, needle into there. I'm like, God, this is not what I thought. I thought shading was a clump of needles put together, but no, he didn't use a clump of needles. He used one big fat needle.
No, you'll get a new experience when you're here in Boston. But with that being said, it's now 11:15. I got to take off because, speaking of tattoos, I got to go make that appointment now. So you guys take it easy. I know this was sort of impromptu because, you know, we had some time to kill, but the next live stream, I'm sure I'll advertise a little bit in advance so that you guys know what the fuck's going on. However, for the rest of the day, you can either take it easy or go fuck yourselves. So we'll see you guys in the next stream.
Everyone, you have a good night, and thanks for coming by. Cheers, Crow, for modding and being a new mod.
Yes,
thanks, everyone.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. See ya.
See you, everyone. Bye.